Hayden Deegan, Parlour was great for you, of course, but how close to 100% are you outdoors? Is there still a long way to go where you're actually going to get significantly better than what we saw?
Yeah, I mean, you have a short preseason for outdoors. I mean, this is just the start of what I'm capable of. We know what I can, build up to, and just keep building. Honestly, that's what it is. You get minor time to lock in on outdoors and do your motos, so you get better and better throughout the season, and just keep building.
Where were the struggles at Parlour? Was there something with a bike maybe that stood out to you as something you need to fix?
Actually, I mean, at Parlour, I felt my body and racing-wise, I felt well-rounded. Like I was able to get 2 consistent starts, get to the lead, ride consistent laps, not rush anything, and it felt really good. The bike, I mean, yeah, we struggled with it, but it's coming into the first round. You're going to have that. To hit it on the money would be nearly impossible. Sure, some people do because you have that little chance, but yeah, my bike obviously wasn't exactly where I need it, but that's why, go back during the week, keep trying to get it better. It's outdoors. You're never going to have anything perfect.
Do you feel like turning up to Pro Motocross races, do you feel a difference in yourself, just your mood, your confidence? Like, do you almost feel more sure of yourself coming here versus a Supercross?
Yeah, showing up to an outdoor race, I'm just excited because, I don't have to worry about no Supercross tracks. So, yeah, I'm excited for outdoors. Got a long season ahead of us, and it's definitely my favorite outdoors.
Jeremy Martin, another week on. How different is the vibe, the confidence, the mindset coming into round 2 versus round 1?
This sounds probably pretty crazy, but at this point in my career, the vibe's the same, man. I was just excited to be able to line up and have the fill-in opportunity. I think this is the cherry on top for my career, and this is kind of for me, regardless of what the result may be. And I've really enjoyed, obviously racing last weekend at Paula, and then having Saturday here at Hangtown to kind of have that be in the hunt and try to have that goal come Saturday to try to improve on the result and see if we can get up there in the mix with the boys.
Did you do a lot of testing this week, or was it mainly just focusing on getting seat time in?
We did a little bit of testing, but a lot of it too was just kind of like getting seat time in and getting comfortable. And just like I'm a little sloppy right now. I just can tell like I'm not on form like I was when I was in the prime of my career.
Is it almost too early to start worrying about bike setup? Because first you need to fix you, and then the bike can go with that?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is the bike is the Star Yamaha has a really great platform already, right? So I think the biggest thing the team has been talking to me about is like, hey, J-Mart, you're not hitting your turns like you used to. You're on your clutch a lot right now. And like what happened to you? We used to kind of copy you when it came to doing the turns, like we did drills like what you used to do. So we want to try to get you back to being the old J-Mart in the turns, and if we can do that, maybe the result will get better. So there's a lot of focus and emphasis on that this week.
Was there any moment at Parlour this week where you regretted this decision and wondered what you've done?
No, not at all. I think the way that things went last year, I didn't really like the way that with the two head injuries, the concussions. Nobody wants to kind of go out that way, right? So I think this is a great opportunity to be able to face it head on and get in the mix and see if we can go out on my terms.
What's a realistic goal for this weekend? Do you have a stepping stone in mind?
I think a realistic goal for me is I'd love to get a good start and just see the pace of it, of the top guys. I can tell that the sport has evolved. So even the last outdoor national I've done was in 2023 here in Hangtown.
Yeah.
So, and I can tell the level has risen. So I'm just, I think for me, if I could ride like I've been riding at during the farm during the week, bring that level of intensity and comfort here on Saturday tomorrow, I'd be stoked, man. I'd be stoked. Good start, mix it up with the boys. Have a proper battle. That'd be fun.
Last thing, originally the rumor was that this was going to be a free race deal and then you'd see what happens.
Yeah.
The PR, when it was announced, made it very much sound like it's a full season deal.
Yeah.
So where are we at? Do you know what your plan looks like in July, August?
Yeah, so that's kind of funny. Everyone kind of made it seem like it's a full season deal. I know I signed the contract and it's a 3-race deal.
Okay, so we're still...
Yeah, and I think obviously it's all dependent on the riders, and if those guys that are injured can come back in a decent time and be healthy, then obviously I go back to Millville and I go to work, and then I do the Millville National on a KX 450, and that's my farewell. So it just, everything's kind of up in the air from that perspective.
RJ Hampshire, of course with you, we know to expect the unexpected, nothing is off the table. But that first moto at Parla, did you even surprise yourself a little bit?
Not really, man. I mean, honestly, like I feel good on the 450. I mean, yeah, being around like Tomac and stuff there was a bit, surprising just from who I'm around. And yeah, I mean, I had question marks coming into the weekend, but I knew if I could get out front with those guys and can run it for a little bit, it'll separate and I'll be able to hang on. Just wish I had a little bit more strength there towards the end of the moto.
How was the wrist in race condition?
I mean, dude, you see my second moto, I could barely hold on. I missed so many corners over the weekend. Like, dude, I just, even the times I got passed, like by Tomac and AP, like I would shoot for one rut and I couldn't stop and I'd be on the outside and get passed. So we actually made some changes this week to kind of have some engine brake and stuff, so hopefully I'm a little bit more controlled this weekend. Strength's a bit better, it feels better. At least it's nice to have some progress during a week because I haven't had that in a while.
Are you able to then ride as normal and do your completely regular schedule during the week, or do you have to take it day by day? Like maybe one day you wake up and the wrist is aching a little more than it was the day before?
Man, it just depends really. Like some motos I'm fine, some motos I'm not. Depends on where my suspension's at, how the track is. Like, dude, it sucks, but hey, what are we gonna do? I'm gonna get better, so that's a good thing. Like, there's actually some positive this week. I still said, give me till high point.
How do you deal with that uncertainty mentally? Because I'd imagine for a normal person like me, I would struggle with like second guessing, is the wrist going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Is this moto going to be good? Is this going to be bad?
I mean, I show up every gate drop, same mentality. And you seen that last weekend, like even my second moto start was good. I just couldn't hang on. So that's what I said, just give myself an opportunity on these weekends. Yeah, 2 motos tomorrow, it's going to be tough, but hey, I'm up for it.
Last thing, I feel like, and it's early, but Parla was so promising, but I feel like we're going to end up in a position with you where when it's all said and done, we're going to feel like you should have got on a 450 sooner because this is going to be so good. Are you already maybe thinking like, oh, this is quite nice, like maybe I should have got here sooner?
Yeah, I mean, man, there's no telling like how my career's gone. It's made me the person I am today, and like I even told the team that a couple of years ago. I was like, man, am I wasting my time on this 250 right now? Like, and even after Daytona, it was like, man, what am I doing? Like, but it's also like no one will give me a ride, and I don't expect them to until you win on a 250. That's just how our industry is. Who knows though? I might be better on this 450. I might not be, but heck, you're gonna get everything I got here.
Nate Thrasher, first of all, explain to me what the hell happened last weekend, because you dug deep in Moto 1 and then ended up in the hospital. So what was that time like?
Yeah, for me, it was just I went down on the first lap, just was kind of stuck behind somebody that went down and tried to jump out of the rut and went down myself, just stupid. And first lap, so many people were coming, and I got ran over multiple times and just dug deep to finish, like you said, and just gave it everything I had. And it was just hurting the whole time, just tried to push, tried to finish. And once I got done, I wanted to go the team wanted me to go get checked out for any injuries, and they felt around and just thought I had some internal stuff going on, so they made me go to the hospital and just get everything checked out, and was definitely in some pain. Probably wouldn't have been able to race second mode anyway, but they wanted me to go get everything checked out, just make sure. And yeah, didn't find anything too bad, just bruises and yeah, some hematomas some places, but and a lot of road rash. But besides that, we're sore this weekend, but we're going to keep pushing and just keep fighting and hoping to be there every round.
Obviously, everyone wants to.
Thank you.
Everyone wants to start a season well.
Yeah.
Starting a season with that, how hard is it to mentally reset and now come into here and try to compete against these guys who have got 2 motos of knowledge, data, confidence?
Yeah, it's tough, but this year really wasn't for me to be in a title fight or anything like that. My goal this year, it's been a long time since I raced outdoors, so my goal was just to come in here and get it better each week. And I think for me, just to finish the outdoor season and coming into next year swinging, I think it's huge. Just even like coming into Supercross next year and SMX this year, it's so tough when you don't race and have to go into an outdoor or a Supercross and an SMX season already behind the 8 ball, So for me, it's just to get through healthy and build on every race and just get better and get back to where I know I can be and during outdoors.
Do you feel like a fish out of water outdoors? Like, do you even have a base with body, bike? Or is it just a blank slate?
It's pretty a blank slate. I feel like we're in pretty good shape. I feel like I'm one of the definitely a fit guy. Just I put in a lot of hard work off the bike and stuff, so I feel like I'm in good enough shape for it. Just, I think for me right now, I'm lacking just a little bit of speed all around. Just, you know, that just send. I think I'd been fine during the motos, where I think I have the pace during the motos, but I'm lacking a little bit of qualifying speed right now. Just trying to get my eyes back up to speed. Just I only had 2 weeks on the bike during outdoors. You know, we were focused on Supercross, so it's definitely not a lot of time, and especially when I haven't raced in years past, it's definitely, I got to do a lot of catching up. That's why the goal is just to get better each weekend. I don't really have a position goal, just to go out there and do my best and you know, build.
Last question, realistically, all being well by the end of the season, where would you like to get to? Top 5, or is podium maybe too far to dream?
I've been close to the podium outdoors before. I would like to get, you know, at least a moto podium this year. That's the goal. But I have my tracks that I'm better at, and these first two I have a tendency to struggle at in California. So I'm not taking too much away from it. I think I'll be better once I go back east. But for me, it's just trying to be, you know, inside the top 10 every moto, and then squeak in top 5s here and there, and then get on the podium if I could. It would be awesome.
Michael Mosiman, I think quietly, Parla was really good for you. Maybe you were one of the more impressive guys. Was that kind of what you expected, or did you surprise yourself even?
Oh, I definitely expected that or more. I would say it was just an average finish for me. I didn't think it was very amazing or very, you know, poor, but yeah, I think we've made a little bit of progress on the bike, and I think that's going to help me be able to ride a little bit further forward. But yeah, overall it was a decent, clean, solid start to the day. Never hit the ground, so we'll take that, move forward.
What was the progress you made with the bike specifically?
We stiffened the front fork a good amount to give me a little bit better hold up. It's getting a little bit deep coming into corners, and it's helped me driving through my turns a little bit better. It's not getting as deep, so I feel really strongly it's going to help this weekend.
I feel like your outdoor results in your career maybe don't get too much attention. I feel like you're generally looked at as more of a Supercross guy.
Interesting.
Do you agree with that?
I feel well-rounded generally. I think that honestly, like, I feel like the thing that's lacked for my career generally is like mentality and consistency, where I'm just kind of a bit all over the board. And this year I've had consistency, but I haven't been super fast per se. And then I think as I've gotten more comfortable on the bike and a little bit more seat time, I've gotten a little bit faster. So I think that going forward, it's just going to get better and better, trying to be able to put consistently solid results up on the board.
And similar to Supercross, speaking of mentality, I guess the end goal is to get back on the podium, one way or another?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the end goal is still a championship. I wouldn't be racing if I wasn't here to win, and so it's a matter of building towards that. And right now it's tracking progress. You know, a year ago I had just broken my neck and I was in a hospital, so some pretty great progress here to be you know, in the fight, in the race, and yeah, it feels good.
Are you any closer to figuring out what you're doing next year?
That's a good question. Any closer? I feel like I'm going to be able to earn my spot at the team I'm at right now, is how I feel. Obviously, these guys are never afraid of signing new guys, and so that's always puts you on edge a little bit. But I feel like my riding is continuing to get better. I have a good relationship with Bobby Reagan, and yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I haven't talked to any other teams yet. I'm not really. I'm not at that point yet. I told Bobby, I said, hey, if you don't have room for me and you don't have a place for me next year, then tell me sooner than later so I can go find something else. But right now, it's where I want to be, and I'm doing everything in my power to make that happen. And you know, if I ride like I know how I can, then it's going to come together.
Last thing, this whole process is rebuilding to 100% after some difficult injuries. How far from 100% do you still feel like you are? Like, are you far into this rebuilding process now, or is there still a long way to go?
You know what? It's more than a rebuilding. It's like
a reinventing.
Yeah, it's a reinventing. It's changing everything, because it's not just about, oh, let me get back to where I was before, because let's face it, where I was before isn't, you know, an aspiring place to be. Oh, have good up and down results, you know, sometimes good, sometimes bad, and then crashes and injuries. And so it's a matter of building a base and recreating. So from that perspective, we've made insane strides just from mentality and consistency. I mean, I think my crash percentage, like on practice track and race, is like down by like 85% or something like that, something insane. So, so in that sense, like, am I back to 100%? Not quite, but I'm really getting there. I have a base to where my 100% can be way further out than it was before, where I can legitimately compete for a title, and that's just building mental resilience and strength. I think I've had reservations to like unleash my speed because of some of those bad thinking habits that have had me on the ground in the past, and so I think those are starting to get peeled back, those reservations, and starting to trust the work that I've done, that I'm not going to over push, that I'm not going to over try, that I'm not going to put myself in situations like I did before to hit the deck. So in that sense, we're getting closer. I don't know 100%, 80% where we're at, but it's going to come together.
Julien Beaumer, obviously we spoke after the race last week, but you did some more testing this week, Parlour on Tuesday. What did you learn? What progress did you make? What were you trying to do?
I learned that I have no idea how I race whatever I was riding at Paula. I had on Tuesday, I did a moto in the morning before I started testing, and yeah, I don't know how I raced that thing. But we made some improvements. Bike's better, so we're obviously going to see a little bit different tracks. So we'll see how it shapes up, but I'm a lot more confident with the bike coming into this weekend.
Was this all suspension stuff that you were trying to achieve?
Yeah.
What sort of feeling were you looking for?
Just a little more comfort. I mean, I felt like the bike was pretty harsh. Didn't really sit well. Didn't really want to settle coming into corners, things like that. So we obviously went to work, changed pretty much everything, and I think we're in a really good spot now.
Do you feel like you're a good test rider?
I mean, I'd say so. I don't know. I guess you got to ask the team that. They really have the say in that, but I think so.
You've had the team quite open as well to just change everything. If the bike is so different from where it was at Parlour, that's not a problem. Like, they're quite happy to throw the kitchen sink at it.
Yeah. I mean, I think after I rode the bike again on Monday, obviously track wasn't as rough as it was on Saturday, things like that, and I rode it and I was like, yeah, we need to change everything. Like, I feel like when you're in that race mode, you don't think about it because you're just focused on racing. When you go to do testing, it's like, think about it and you're like, damn, like, yeah, we were far off. So just going into that, they obviously knew that I wasn't really happy with it, and we threw everything at it.
What's the mindset for tomorrow then? Another top 5, maybe podium? Is that where your goal is?
Yeah, I want to win races. I mean, I think I got the speed to win races. I need to get 2 good starts like I did at Paula, and just get a gap in the beginning. My bike's really good right now, I think, and I think I can win these races. So the plan is to go out there and try and win.
And last one, any concerns about the heat, or are you fairly confident in your program and all of the work you've done?
Yeah, we're not worried. I mean, what is it going to be? I heard it's like 95 until 4 o'clock. I should be done by then. We'll be all right. That's what I heard. I don't know. We'll see, but I'm not worried. 105, 95, it'll be the same.
Casey Cochran, I feel like maybe the result of Parlour didn't show just how well you rode, especially with the time off, lack of prep coming in. I feel like it was a really solid start for you. How did you assess it?
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. Pretty solid day overall. Definitely good speed, and kind of show I can be in the mix. Good qualifying. So, yeah, just have a few struggles in the race. I think just from being off for so long that coming back we're trying to work out. But overall, I think it was a good building day, and obviously I want the results to be a little better. But yeah, something to build off of and continue for sure.
What were those struggles that you experienced?
I think obviously not racing so long, you get those first race jitters, and it being the first round is always huge. So got those out of the way, and now definitely a lot more confident and better moving forward. And then also just racing. I mean, the racecraft aspect, being out of it for almost a full year takes some time to get back. So Moto 2 was definitely a lot better than Moto 1 in that aspect. So hopefully we can just build.
Did it maybe affect you more than you thought, or were you expecting to have some struggles at round 1?
I don't think I ever expect to struggle, but I mean, it's not a shocker that we struggle with some things, but get them all worked out.
Hangtown was great for you last year. Too early to expect similar magic? Is this more of a slow build until after the break?
I don't know. I really like this track, so I'm here to just have a lot of fun, and hopefully we can replicate what happened last year.
Are you still up in the air for 2026 as well?
As in, like
you don't have a deal yet?
No, I haven't had anything signed yet.
So you're also out here trying to prove yourself for a ride. So what sort of pressure does that add?
Yeah, it definitely adds an aspect, but I try not to let it overwhelm me too much. Kind of just go out and focus on myself and do the best that I can do and have fun on my dirt bike.
You have options though, right? Like you're fairly confident this will work out one way or another.
Yeah, fairly confident that I'll be racing next year.